it's me, Delicious Delights. I have a very special video for you today. As you probably have noticed in the title, it is a gourmand extravaganza, but this episode, I'm not sure if there's going to be any subsequent episodes, but this edition is going to focus on milky gourmands. Milk is definitely one of my favorite notes. The other one would probably be vanilla and caramel. So those three notes are my favorites. But milk, milk is a kind of a note that kind of gets overlooked a lot. I think that it doesn't get a lot of attention. I'm not sure why. Me personally, I like the taste of milk. I mean, most of us grew up drinking milk. It's in a lot of things that we eat, especially when you add sugar to them, you get like desserts. My preference for gourmand fragrances is definitely in the milky realm, I guess. And so I have a collection of milky fragrances that I'd like to speak to you guys about. This is dedicated to all the gourmets out there. There's two different categories, I guess, here that I want to share with you. One category is are gourmands that actually do smell like milk, like literally, like the literal translation of milk into fragrance from the actual drink. There's those ones, mixed with other notes, of course, but those would be like literal milky fragrances. And then I have a selection of other fragrances that may or may not include the note of milk, but the combination of the notes in the fragrances really give off a milky either taste or texture, or it gives you a milky creamy vibe. And I think that those also should be categorized into this gourmand milky special. So without further ado, I will begin. Let's begin. I'm excited. Like, this honestly is my favorite genre of gourmands, and all of you know who's been watching me for a while that I love gourmand. So I'm gonna begin with the literal milky fragrances that actually really do smell like milk. And I should have been prepared more because I didn't get any scent strips ready, so I'm gonna just cut those up right now. I hope you guys can just bear with me. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see. Now we're done. Okay, so let's begin. I have two fragrances that I recently got, and this is the house of Chabaud. And Chabaud is a fragrance niche house, a French one, that has taken, they have made three fragrances, I think it was in 2014 or recently, not so long ago, that smell literally like milk, like different takes on milk. And I have one here, and this is beautiful, you guys. It's called Lait Constant, and I'm very sorry that it's not focusing, but lait in French means milk, and concentré, I guess, means concentrated. So concentrated milk. Okay, so this, you guys, this smells like a glass of milk, and if you were to take a spoonful or a few spoonfuls of sugar and let the sugar dissolve in the milk, because the milk isn't like super cold, it's kind of a little bit warm but not curdled or anything, but like a warm glass of milk, like the kind of milk that you would remember feeding to like a newborn. Like when you get milk out of the refrigerator or the microwave, for example, or on the stovetop. It's like a baby's dessert. It's so warm and comforting and beautiful and very reminiscent of childhood. Oh my god, you guys. If you guys love milky fragrances, you have to check out the House of Chabaud because they do it really well. So that's Lait Constant. Okay, so I have another one to share with you guys. It's also from the same house, and I'm actually really excited to share these with you guys because these are so good. This is called Leda Bisque. Oh, it's so good. This is so good. This smells exactly how animal crackers smell dipped in milk. Exactly. And if you, okay, animal crackers, and if you haven't had animal crackers, it kind of smells like arrowroot crackers as well, dipped in milk again. It's so sweet, and there's a really nice weedy quality in it, a sweet cookie quality in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. And yeah, if you haven't had either of those cookies, then just imagine like the bottom part of a cheesecake, the graham cracker crust, the crumbled graham cookies, or Teddy Grahams. If you were to dip that in milk and let it like soften a little bit and then put it in your mouth, that's exactly what Leda Biscuit smells like. And it's absolutely beautiful. Like, I can't even tell you guys. The downside with these fragrances is that they don't really last that long. I get like 4 to 5 hours each. However, these are fragrances that I don't wear for anyone else but myself. It is a very comforting, reminiscent childhood scent of mine that is mostly for myself to enjoy. I would probably spray a lot on myself and just enjoy it for myself. And if anyone happens to smell me, then that's great for them. But it stays pretty close to the skin, but I don't mind that because I feel like this fragrance, for these two fragrances, are really so intimate and so, like I said, it so reminds me of my childhood. I drank a lot of milk. I love milk. And it really is, it just feels very personal to me. So I don't mind that that not many people can smell me unless they're really close and intimate or in that, you know, very close bubble of mine. But yeah, if you guys are looking for some of the best fragrances you have when it comes to milk fragrances, you have to check the house of Chabaud. All right, so next up, I have a fragrance that I have mentioned to you guys in the past, and it is a beautiful, beautiful gourmand, milky gourmand, and it's called Zeromolecole, and the fragrance is called Biancolatte. Biancolatte. Oh my goodness. So, okay, the big emphasis on this is that it's like a buttery milk. Like a cold pat of butter. And it's so beautiful with a little, you know, the salted butter. It has that consistency of butter and milk at the same time. Kind of like when you're baking and you gotta add like melted butter or cold butter to milk. And the milk kind of melts it or dissolves it a little bit. And that's what it smells like. There's a beautiful caramel note in here. And there's also a beautiful salt note in this fragrance. And it's so indulgent. It's so rich. It also smells like if you were to whip cream and add sugar and milk to it. That's what it smells like. And caramel. And it's so delicious, you guys. This is so edible. I wear this mostly for myself as well. I don't wear this on nights out or anything. This is more like a personal, intimate scent for myself. And it really makes me happy as it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fragrance that actually lasts long and projects. So if you guys don't mind of smelling like like a walking milk cream cake caramel, I would definitely suggest that one. Okay, so the last bottle that I have to show for you for literal milky fragrances, and I've talked about this in my videos before, it's from the house of Hilde Soliani, and it's called Crema di Latte. It's so good. This is so good. Okay, oh my gosh. This smells like if you were to take a can of condensed milk and open it up and smell it. That's exactly what it smells like. So can you imagine like opening that can of condensed milk and like pouring it slowly into like a glass? It has that creamy consistency. It's extremely sweet, extremely like tooth-achingly sweet because it's condensed milk. It's milk that they, you know, condense down into like a creamy, almost buttery, caramelly kind of consistency, and that's exactly what you get. It's very, very literal. It's very delicious. This is also a very intimate scent as for myself. And I just think that if you guys are into the condensed milk, the sweetened kind, and you like that creamy texture, this is the perfect fragrance for you. And I'm not sure if it's been discontinued or not, but I have heard that it has been. So I suggest you guys to try to at least sample it somewhere. There's a web shop in Italy somewhere that I remember that they still have, they carry this fragrance and sell samples too. So if you guys are interested, I would definitely, especially you gourmets out there, I would definitely recommend that. What I also want to say is that these fragrances that I just mentioned are very simplistic, that they're easily used to layer things with. If you want to add like a creamy or a milky touch to any fragrance, I would suggest like citruses, like simple citruses. I think that these ones would work perfectly, and I do it very often. Specifically, I like to layer this Crema de Latte with Orange Sanguine from Atelier Cologne, and those two together mix into a fragrance that smells like orange creamsicle. And I know some people say that Ultra Zest from Amen smells like creamsicle, but I didn't really get that. If you want a literal orange creamsicle, then those two would absolutely do it for you, I think. Because Orange Sanguine is a very literal take on an orange, you know, glass of orange juice. So, beautiful. It's very, very, very thick and just so unique and different. And all of these four that I just mentioned are just so good. I'm so enthusiastic about it. And if you guys have tried any of them, please let me know in the comments. So moving on, now I have a selection of fragrances to share with you that are milky, but they may or may not contain milk in the notes. But sometimes the combination of notes come together and mix together, and they either combine into smelling like milk or having that milky creamy texture. And I think that it's important to also acknowledge these ones, because sometimes people don't really literally want to smell like milk. So I'm just going to show you the what I discovered, and I think that you guys are really going to enjoy this. But just one sec, I'm going to be back. I'm going to get some water. Okay guys, I'm ready. Okay, let's just get into this. Okay, so these are all niche. I'm not sure if I told you in the first part, but all of these are niche fragrances. First one I want to talk about is from the house of Bvlgari. It's from their private collection, and it's called Cala Luna. So Cala Luna smells, it's very, 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 very milky, but it also has like a heliotrope powdery kind of feel in it, and also has cardamom. So actually with those three combination of notes in this one, it comes off more like a chai tea to me, but instead of just a normal chai tea, it would be like chai tea with an overdose or an over pour of milk in it, like the frothy kind. That cardamom in there really spices it up very, very nicely, and I'm not sure if there's any cinnamon or some kind of pepper or a pink pepper in there, but it also adds to that chai tea kind of flavor that I get to this. It's absolutely beautiful. This one's a pricey one. I know it's kind of a little bit hard to find as well, but if you guys have a chance to check it out, I would definitely recommend at least to test it. So especially if you like chai tea, and even more so if you like chai tea but less on the spice and more on the milk aspect of this fragrance. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys can tell how excited I am. Okay, so the next one I have here is from the house of Micallef, and it's called Mon Parfum Gold, and this fragrance has no notes of milk in it, but it's in this list for a reason. It's actually classified as a woody floral, which I get. I can see why they'd say that. But to me, all I think about when I smell this fragrance is that it's peanut butter mixed in with milk. And peanut butter, the creamy kind, that's kind of maybe warmed up a little so that it is kind of, you know, like pourable. So if you're going to pour some peanut butter into a warm glass of milk, that's what it smells like, you guys. Oh, it's so delicious, and it's a weird combination, peanut butter and milk, but it's not really, because how many of you have had like a peanut butter sandwich when you were a kid or whenever, an adult, whatever, and then like a glass of milk with it. So you'd still have that peanut butter texture in your mouth still, but you know, and then the cold milk together, you would kind of mix them in your mouth a little bit, and that's what this smells like. So if I were to compare this to anything, it does remind me a little bit of Bois Farine from L'Artisan Parfumeur. Again, I'm not really sure if there's milk in any milk notes in that fragrance, but it really reminds me of that. But with Bois Farine, it comes off a little bit more powdery. But this one just honestly reminds me like a peanut butter and milk kind of smell together. And it's just so unique, and I love this fragrance. Absolutely gorgeous. It's so different. It's really, really challenging. But if any of you guys have tried this Mon Parfum Gold by Micallef, please let me know in the comments and tell me, do you get that peanut butter vibe in it? Or is it just me? And also with the milky thing, I think it's actually woods in this fragrance that kind of give off that milky kind of feel in it. And if I'm just gonna guess, I have no idea what the notes are, but if I'm just gonna guess, it's probably sandalwood, because sandalwood sometimes, depending on how it's blended with other fragrances, with other notes, it sometimes comes off, and a lot of times comes off actually, as very milky. So this is really an interesting, challenging one. At least it's very, very fun to smell at the very least. You might not like smelling like peanut butter, but I honestly don't mind smelling like peanut butter and milk. All right, so next up is from the house of YSL, and it's from their private line, and it's called Les Parfums Vestiaire. I'm not sure if that's correct, if I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry if I am. But this one is called Caban. If I remember correctly, this fragrance does not include milky notes in it. Oh my gosh, but that's all I think about when I smell it. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful, you guys. It really honestly has that milky feel in it. I'm gonna say that a lot because all of these have that milky feel in it, but this is so delicious. There's some tonka bean in there, and there's sandalwood, and it's that sandalwood in there that gives off that milky character. And when you put them together, it's just, it reminds me, it honestly reminds me of a gourmandy version of Tonka Imperial, to be very honest. Like, Tonka Imperial is already gourmand, but if you're gonna be like having that Tonka Imperial like on steroids or something, that's a bad example. It's like Tonka Imperial with an extra super big dose of gourmandy milky notes in it. That's what Caban smells like. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is another really kind of hard to find fragrance, also very pricey, but at least to test, I think it's beautiful. Okay, so that's Caban from YSL. Next up is from the house of Lostmarch, and it's a fragrance that I've never heard from anyone else in the community. This sample I got from Kiki, thank you. I really appreciate it. The fragrance is called Lann Ael, and the house is called Lostmarch. Okay, so let's get into this one. Oh my. Lann Ael. Oh, it's so delicious, you guys. Okay, this is like, it's so good. So this one smells like a sweetened porridge, and at the same time it smells like cereal and milk. So yeah, I'm just thinking like a humongous bowl of milk, and then you put in some sweetened porridge, and you put in some breakfast cereal at the same time, and you mix it all together, and that's what it smells like a cream of wheat. And on top of that, you would top it off with some apples, because I know there's apples in here. I know there's fruits in here. But yeah, it's so yummy. It's so edible, this one. It's absolutely gorgeous, you guys. It's very breakfasty and just it really reminds me of cream of wheat porridge and eating breakfast cereal as a kid. And I can't do that now because I don't eat a lot of carbs anymore. But it was fun while it lasted when I was a kid. And you know how porridge has that consistency of being really thick and gluey? No, this one doesn't come off thick and gluey at all. It just remains milky, but it has that porridgey breakfast cereal kind of smell in it. And it's sweetened very, very nicely with some fruit sugar. Fructose. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just saying that about everything, aren't I? Well, I really do mean it. I really love these fragrances, you guys. Okay, so next up is from the house of Maison Margiela, and it's something that I believe I talked about before in a previous video a long, long time ago about underrated niche fragrances, and it's called Tea Escape. Okay, just simply said, you guys, if you guys have ever had matcha green tea, that's what this smells like. And I happen to love matcha green tea. I wish I knew how to make it myself. The last time I had it, I was at Starbucks, and it was just so yummy. I love it. I love the frothiness, and I love that kind of floury rice powder, rice milky kind of texture it gives me. And that's exactly what this fragrance reminds me of. It reminds me of a milky green tea, and that's what a matcha green tea is. Yeah, like I said, it has like a very nice powdery feel in there too. But in my mind, I don't think powdery, I'm thinking like flowery. And when I say flowery, not like florals, I'm thinking like rice powder, rice flour, that kind of thing. I'm also getting a very nice pistachio note in there. So more specifically, it's that matcha green tea. It's milky green tea topped with crushed pistachios, and that's what this smells like. It's just so beautiful, you guys. Absolutely wonderful. All right, we're almost done, you guys. I have 2 more to go. The next one is from the house of Farmacia SS Annunziata. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing that. It's like an Italian niche house, and it's called Perla. Now this one, if I'm not mistaken, does not include any milky notes, but to my nose, it really comes off as extremely milky. And more specifically, I'll tell you in a sec. Yeah, this, oh wow, I love this. I think this is something I would like to wear in the summertime. Like I said, if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe there are any milky notes in this one, but basically to me, it smells like if you were to take a bag of marshmallows and nuke them into a liquid form so that it's very, very sticky and very pourable, but very, very slowly pourable. If you were to pour that into a glass of warm milk, and yeah, mix them together, and then if you were going to put some citrus, like a lemony, creamy, like a lemon meringue, citrusy kind of smell in there, if that makes sense. That's what this one smells like, you guys. Melted marshmallows in a glass of warm milk, topped with a creamy, milky lemon meringue citrus. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Very, very different from a lot of fragrances. It's like a citrus gourmand, basically. You can't really go wrong with this one. I love this. Okay, so the last one I want to talk about is from the house of Parfumerie Generale, and it's called Praline de Santal. I believe I talked about this briefly in a video in the past. I'm not sure which one, to be honest, but oh my gosh. This one also doesn't have any milky notes in it. Oh gosh, so it's extremely, extremely nutty, this one. It's like a hazelnut, chestnut kind of smell. Roasted. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And to be very honest, if I were to put like hazelnuts creamed, like, into smithereens, crush them until they're really pasty, and put them in with soy milk. That's what it smells like to me. And I love hazelnuts and I love soy milk, so this is a fragrance I also love a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so those are my picks for the best milky fragrances. Please let me know if you guys have tried any of these and your opinions on them. Do you like them, hate them? What are your most favorite milky fragrances? And yeah, just write the comments, you guys. I just love talking to you guys. I say it all the time and I honestly do mean it. I hope you guys enjoyed this gourmand extravaganza about milky fragrances. I really enjoyed doing it, and I will be back definitely with more videos. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't, that's fine. And subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll be back, of course. See you later. Bye.